That's, I mean...
That's a good thing.
It is, things to avert your eyes from is also the Master of Unlocking podcast.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, we are not how we usually are. We are together. Yeah. We have developed a studio. This isn't a studio. This is a living room.
Yeah.
And this is a basement. Basement living room.
There are video games on the wall.
There are video games on a wall.
We are all fully vaccinated. For anybody that's worried
Concerned.
about that, we are
yes,
good. We're
all good to go. We are all vaccinated. We have WrestleMania on the TV over there. So if we do happen to look towards you, we are not looking towards you for any other reason, just looking at wrestling, which may or may not be worthwhile. Probably a lot not worthwhile.
It's the WWE, right?
It's WWE. So
is ECW on?
No.
Why not?
It's a good question.
It should be right now.
It should be. We'd all be
on TNN
that way.
Is
the Nashville Network.
Is Lucha Underground on? Can we?
Now we're talking. Now you're talking.
No, don't get all the good people from Lucha are on AEW. The only thing worth watching.
You did it.
You got me started. I'll just stop right there.
Okay. Activated wrestling snob. It's like when someone says they're watching TNT to me. That's how I get activated.
You know what's on TNT is AEW.
There you go.
There you go. Maybe it. Oh gosh, is it? At least they haven't had to advertise for the last ship recently or claws.
Mm.
Usually they're just advertising for the NBA.
You seem like a person who may have tried claws.
No, never tried claws.
No, never tried claws.
No.
Okay, all right. Well, this is before you did your pilot experiment.
Right. What was that show with Kira Sedgwick that was on there for a while?
The Closer.
Okay.
Had a good run, too.
She's on a new comedy that's just absolutely
terrible.
terrible.
I remember you telling me it was like a mom show or something like that.
Network?
ABC.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I
of course, if it's
that.
bad.
Yeah. So, food challenge for the week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did a food challenge this week. We thought we'd do it live this week, but we decided we'd hold off. We did some homemade food tonight. It was nice. It was good.
It was very good.
It was.
I don't eat homemade food very often, so that was.
There you go.
Was very good.
Mm-hmm. I don't feel overly bloated either, so that's always good.
That's
some nights when we get together.
Challenge.
Yeah.
Or if we're gonna get terrible bar food.
Usually it's terrible bar food when we get together. So.
Then we just sleep for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
But that's before we podcast.
Yeah, I've already forgotten the name of the food that we got. I know it was from Panda. Caleb, what was it called?
It was, oh God, I even forgot.
Chicken.
No, firecracker chicken was a different thing. This is the sweet something, right?
Oh, I got
sweet
the
fire.
I got the firecracker chicken.
Oh no,
I got the wrong thing.
We had the firecracker chicken once.
Did we already? Is that what we had already?
Yeah.
I was wondering why. I thought we'd done it. I ate the wrong thing.
Oh no,
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Did you get the lo mein or the chow mein?
The lo mein.
Is it lo mein?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lo.
Mm-hmm. What's the difference between lo mein and chow mein?
Isn't that the size of the noodle and girth?
Low versus chow?
Well, yeah, because one's like a flat and then wide.
Oh, okay.
And the other one's like a circular,
so
like a cylinder.
So you at least had half of the correct thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was chicken.
No,
it was
granted,
chicken.
Yeah. Granted, my wife went to order it from the app, and she was like, "It's the firecracker chicken." I'm like, no, it's not the firecracker chicken.
Sweet fire.
Sweet fire.
Fire.
I had fire in the name. I'll give you that much.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Were you curious about why I would recommend spicy food to you?
Yes, that's why I was like, we're talking about Caleb here, and I thought he hates spicy stuff. So,
yeah.
No, yeah, sweet fire.
That's all right.
Mine was lacking in pepper and pineapple and basically just some chicken and lo mein.
Yeah.
I would say I probably had 3 pineapple chunks and maybe 3 peppers.
So the weird part about Panda is most of the time when you go to get fast food, you want it to be like the freshest possible.
Mm-hmm.
With Panda, you want like the end of the bowl. You want them to be scraping out the rest of it, and that's where you get all the veggies and the good stuff.
Huh.
You actually want, and it's got more of the sauce on it because it's all settled to the bottom.
Because it's at the bottom with the sauce.
Coagulated and everything else.
It's been in that 10 for a while.
Got it. That makes sense. But yeah, it was just okay for me. I would say it was probably a 5 or a 6. How was the firecracker chicken a second time?
I mean, I like the spice on it. I like the heat. I give it a 7, maybe an 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would say this one needed more. It needed more sweet with the pepper and the pineapple, which I didn't get. So
I think the hotter that kind of cuisine for me, the better. I don't know why it needs to be. Maybe it's the mix of like the vegetables and the noodles, and it's all kind of sauced up. And I need a little bit of heat for me there. So maybe I got the thing I would enjoy more.
Yeah,
I guess.
we accidentally did it correctly.
Yeah, well, maybe.
so
But I
if-
wanted to get your food.
Yeah,
so I feel
yeah.
bad about that. I'm
So
sorry.
if you wanted, I guess, like if you were going to go to a Chinese place, like legit Chinese place, what would you get?
I don't know. Probably whatever the spiciest breaded chicken.
Like a General
And-
Tso chicken or something a little
like,
hotter
but a
than
hot,
that?
like a hot General
Hot.
Tso.
Mhm.
Not like an orange chicken. But like
Yeah, orange
maybe,
is sweet.
Maybe if they had like a little hot gauge on it, so like a breaded chicken, bowl, veggies,
It's got the little pepper icon next to it on the
something
menu.
like
yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah, something. Not all the way though. Something that I can taste. So not like a really really hot, not really hot like, not too spicy. No, because I still want to taste the veggies and I want it to be sauced up good. You know, kind of have like not quite all the way like a Mongolian mess, but you know something hot. And you get the junk food factor with Panda.
Oh,
'cause,
yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
someone tossed some B-dubs in here accidentally with like
Yeah.
different flavor profiles, but it's kind of the same chicken chunks, you know, breaded,
Basically, yeah.
overly breaded, pepper, salt.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Although this doesn't, that wasn't breaded, was it?
Yeah.
It was?
Hmm.
I don't remember.
Maybe you got the wrong thing. Too.
No, no, I guess it was. Yeah, it was just that wasn't. I don't remember it being the
the other
super
thing
breaded.
is, when I went in there to get this, I was like, "Oh man, they have the honey sesame chicken right now."
he almost got the.
And I almost changed my
you
mind.
could have if it's something you normally get. I mean, this
Yeah,
is like
yeah. But that I couldn't tell you guys to get that because that's a limited time thing. So I can't say that that's my favorite thing because it's a limited time. So we already, yeah. But yeah, that's
Was it your regular experience, or you feel high on this one, low? Does it vary, since this is your go-to fast food?
it kind of varies.
Really? Based on how
on
long it's
when you
been
go-
in there?
Actually, the weird part is like if you go when it's busy, like it's worse because
They're churning it
out. You got to go at like 2:30 p.m.
That's funny.
and get the bottom of the look and see what's at the
What was left
what's
from
left
lunch.
from the lunch rush.
This
and
is
get that.
almost like when the spaghetti is better the next day, kind of a thing,
Mm-hmm.
because the noodles have absorbed it. That's interesting. Okay, it's like you with a Casey's pizza.
dude, day old Casey's pizza, or if it's been sitting in the warmer for a couple hours.
Oh yeah, I'm with you there.
Are you really?
Oh yeah.
The more coagulated and attached to
if it's like 3 p.m. and it's still there from lunch, it's like, oh yeah, that's it.
When the breakfast pizza's still there at 4 from the morning, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm not there with you guys on that, but that's okay. That's all right.
Hey, no, everybody's got
You know what I
cases
like
different.
about it is sorry, I'm off track.
Oh,
but when
it's-
you walk in there, I like it fresh because I can see the grease sitting on top of it,
yeah.
and I
Mhm.
want that grease to burn my mouth. that's what I'm for.
See, I want that grease to be reabsorbed
in
Yeah.
there, got
Mhm.
it. Yeah, that way it goes straight to your arteries.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
I will bring mine home and put it in the freezer if it is.
No, you won't. You have not.
If it's super hot, like it just came out, like no, something's got to change here.
That's fantastic.
It's
So, first of all, we had two topics here to cover still in food.
oh yeah.
What are we doing for next week? Are we doing your favorite?
Yeah, I guess we can either do my favorite or if we want to do the McDonald's chicken sandwich
Is he
challenge.
ready? Does he look ready to you?
I think we should do your favorite, and just that way we can close the book on that.
Okay.
What do you
And
think?
then-
What do you think it is? What's
Oh
his
God,
favorite food?
it's Chick-fil-A, maybe.
I think you're
It's
right. It's
Chick-fil-A,
probably the
the
spicy.
spicy chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you. And
I was going to go with that.
Oh well, you have
Well, you
to.
have
No, I was
genuinely
going
your
to.
favorite.
And then no.
He's gonna be contrarian. Now.
No, I'm not going to be contrarian. If you would have asked me last week, but we've already done a spicy chicken from Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, but it was the grilled one.
It was the grilled one.
Yeah.
But I felt like I have a two-way tie.
Okay.
And so because we've all done Chick-fil-A plenty, I feel like we should do this
Oh, well,
instead.
hang on then. We got a second. We got to guess again then.
So it's not Chick-fil-A.
Taco Bell?
What? Cheesy gordita crunch?
Some kind of quesadilla?
I don't think
No.
it's quesadilla.
Okay. I don't know, Logan, as well.
Hold on.
I'm just gonna.
You know
stick
what?
gen-
He might
generic
hit you
Taco
with.
Bell.
He might hit you with breakfast.
Oh, that's true.
It could be the sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Wait a minute. I didn't know breakfast was eligible.
Well, I don't think it
Hold
hasn't.
on a moment.
No, breakfast is not eligible
because of this guy over
Because
here. He
of
can't
this
get
guy.
out before 10:30.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
grown man can't get out of bed.
If
until
breakfast
10
was
o'clock in the
eligible, I
morning.
would have changed my mind.
I just don't want to.
I am capable. All right, so if it's not breakfast, then yeah, let's say T-Bell. I'm going to say cheesy gordita crunch.
You are correct, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, cheesy gordita crunch, Taco Bell.
Okay.
When was the last time you guys had one of those?
I've never had one of those.
Oh my!
Yeah.
There we go. I feel better about this already.
Jason knows. I'm the guy that goes to Taco Bell and orders tacos.
It's true. Yeah,
He
soft
just likes
taco.
straight taco.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't want the supreme on that, sir. No. What do I
No.
look like, a monster?
Actually, lately it's been the Crunch Wraps. They're so
No, yeah, Crunchwrap solid.
So good.
This is a little more like a Crunchwrap.
okay.
Yeah. So I would say yeah.
I anticipate a high score from you on this.
Okay.
I do
Pretty
too.
good,
Actually, I
yeah.
think this is going to be like at least a 7
All
from
right.
you, but I could be way wrong.
Okay.
So, and this isn't deep fried, so it's not because a chalupa is a deep fried gordita.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm excited.
Just for reference, Logan Paul just got stunned.
I don't know who that
okay.
is.
Good. I hope he's actually hurt, like in real life, legitimately.
Yeah,
hurt.
Caleb doesn't like those people. Those,
You would like him to get stabbed in the parking lot.
I don't even know which. It could be Logan Paul. It could be
Jake is the
Jake.
other one.
Oh, Jake. Okay.
Chris?
Yeah. Chris Paul.
yeah, I don't
CP3?
think he's related.
Oh
somehow.
no, that's Cliff. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
That
Uncle
was
Cliff.
Cliff,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So next.
second order of business with
Mhm.
our food topic here, we
Mhm.
have these Oreos.
We do.
You guys ready?
You guys ready to
Yeah.
hit this? Okay.
Logan, your daughter took one of them earlier,
That whore.
but she asked me first, and I
Oh,
said
okay.
yes. It was
Yeah,
fine.
but you're not the owner of those Oreos.
I'm not, but I was the only one around.
Okay. You were the only adult around.
And I said, yes, you are allowed to, but you have to tell us what team was on your Oreo before you eat
Oh.
it. So
Did she know it?
she did.
Oh, where was I?
I don't know.
Actually,
These are the NBA Dynasty Oreos. Where's the side camera?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll get that in post.
yeah. There's no side camera.
Okay, so here we're looking at Dynasty Oreos, NBA Dynasty. I
Mhm.
see. Here's my question:
Mhm.
Are these the only Oreos in here? Is it a spoiler alert on the bag?
Maybe.
The NBA Dynasty Warriors.
So
Oh, wait. I had to bring this back to a video game podcast for a second.
they have the Lakers, the Heat, the Celtics, the Warriors, the Spurs, and the Bulls on here. Is that it?
That's probably it.
That's
I'm gonna
probably
guess that's it.
Those are the only ones that are truly a dynasty. Because otherwise, we were thinking that if you've never won a title, there shouldn't be this version of an Oreo
Wait,
in
did you
here,
say
right?
which one did you say? Sorry.
I said Bulls,
Uh-huh.
Spurs,
Okay.
Warriors, Lakers, Heat.
Hmm.
Most recently, the Celtics. I guess not really, but that one sticks out to me because the Heat have had that one run that should basically be the LeBron Oreo.
Yeah.
Well, they had the D
One-
Wade Jack
the D Wade
teams.
Shaq one. That was only
They
one, though,
won
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
they
one
only
title.
they only won once, but they were good for a while.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's bust these open. Let's see
Yeah.
what's in there.
Yeah.
So, alright.
So the one that your daughter had was a Bulls Oreo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she knew it?
Yeah, she
Okay.
knew
Well,
it,
that's
yeah.
good. She should at least know the bowls.
let's go with what Oreo you hope to get.
Oh, like a blind Oreo challenge here?
Just you pick what you pick, but let's pull out what you're hoping for.
Okay.
Rank them in order 1 through 6.
Bulls, Spurs. Don't care.
Okay. Logan.
Bulls, Heat, Lakers, Bulls, Heat, Lakers, Warriors. No, Bulls, Heat, Warriors, Lakers. Whatever the other one is, Spurs, and Celtics last.
Celtics last.
Celtics
I agree
last.
with that.
Yeah.
Bulls, Celtics, Lakers, Warriors, Heat, Spurs.
Spurs
Okay.
last.
Hmm.
Bruce Bowen's a bitch. He's the worst. Robert Horry can suck it too. Shackles. All right.
All right.
What did I get? I got the Warriors,
The Warriors.
which I think was 4 on my list. Caleb,
Mhm.
your turn.
These are a standard Oreo. They appear double stuffed.
No, but aren't these double stuffed?
That looks double stuffed to
This
me.
looks
No,
like-
that's just a regular one.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They give you that much semen
Oh
in
yeah.
between these?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
What'd you get?
I got a Lakers. I'm
Okay.
good. I'm good with that. I got
Alright.
my Kobe Memorial Oreo over here.
One other thing before we eat.
What?
That answers my question. That answered my question.
I got a spur. What?
All right. What's your Oreo eating technique?
You just pop it in.
You
just
pop it in.
and
Do you
eat
split it?
I would prefer if I had a glass of milk sitting next to me, honestly.
All right, bougie. All right, what are you gonna do when you don't have milk?
What am I gonna do? I'm splitting it.
You're splitting it.
I'm doing
You're
the
gonna make a mess. all over the couch.
What's your split technique then?
bland or blank side first.
Blank side first.
Blank side first, then the cream side.
Okay. Do you go tongue?
I don't know.
How do you extract your cream?
Oh,
Or you eat it all together. You eat it all together.
I'm more of an eat it all together. That's for
You
sure.
eat this all together. So this is what I do. I go teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I get the cream right.
Mm-hmm.
I go back to the first cookie. I mix it.
Okay. This is double stuff. This is horse shit.
It's double top.
I disagree. Maybe it's been a while since I've had a regular
We need a
Oreo.
regular Oreo.
Do you have them in the pantry?
Let's take a break,
Mm.
and we'll come back, and I'll see if I have another Oreo, a real
All right.
Oreo.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back.
I thought if we did shorten those sections, then we would get around that, but apparently not.
We're right up against it.
Hey guys, remember that time that we recorded like 25 minutes of content and it crashed on us and we lost all of everything?
It was more than 25 minutes, wasn't it?
I don't even, probably 25 minutes, I would say, somewhere around there.
Whatever happened to predictability?
The milkman, the paper boy.
Evening TV. You know, probably the best thing about it though was, I remember at one point I was sitting like this, and I may have reached down a little bit to give myself a scratch. Wasn't quite sure. Looked over and was like, "Wait a minute."
We're gonna get taken off of the internet
Yeah,
because of your cock and balls.
All right, so here's what we're
that's
going
the
to
way
do.
it is. Yeah,
It Takes Two. Big thumb up.
big thumb up. It was good. It's good. We're continuing to play. Caleb's finished it. I'm continuing to
finished
play
it.
it. There was a lot of thoughts about it, about how good it was and how we should keep playing it.
That was
and
probably like half of that conversation.
it really
I think,
was
so.
about half that conversation, I would say. So we'll leave it at that, I guess.
Stuffed animal torture.
Stuffed animal torture. Yes, Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter Rise. Thumb sideways. We're going with a sideways thumb on that one.
It's the Switch's fault.
Yeah, probably.
Runs at 30 FPS. Tough to play.
Yeah.
Going back and forth.
I like
between-
this podcast. It's better.
You know what? We're gonna like triple our audience on this.
Yeah, I know,
And
right?
I know.
Concise.
What else did we talk? Did I talk about something else?
Oddworld Soulstorm stinks.
Oddworld Soulstorm. Yeah.
Thumb mostly down, but I have not played much of it yet. So.
Okay.
I don't think it looks very good.
You started Balan Wonderworld 1 hour of it.
Right. Thumb like completely 90 degrees down on that one.
Right.
It's a terrible, terrible game. Whether or not I continue to play it is another question.
Correct. You said you were going to platinum it. This is a
I-
thing.
I never.
You're done.
I don't
You're
think I
stuck
ever
with it.
committed to it.
I think you said
There's
it on this
video.
podcast.
Yep.
Oh, I hit. Okay. Well, I guess I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Especially now that you said it again. You must really mean it now.
Exactly. I said I was playing Genesis Noir, artsy adventure game, black and white, cool, fun to play, short, 3 hours probably.
Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Thumb.
I'm gonna
Mostly
go
up?
about a 3/4 of the way up so
Okay.
far. I think I
All
need
right.
if I finish it, we'll see where it
Stewie
lands.
Griffin
But
gives it half pack of Rolaids.
half a pack of Rolaids. That's fair. Yeah.
Sounds good.
And then we cut out right as Jason was wrapping on Oddworld. So have you played anything else?
I just my standard weekly video game
Ah.
fare. So
Mm.
that would be Persona 5 Strikers,
Uh huh.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Mortal Kombat 11.
Got it.
I feel like that could be the rotation for a very long time.
It might be. And I'm not feeling terribly, as we look at the release calendar,
Mm.
I'm not feeling this usual early mid-year crushing weight to finish like the early game.
No.
Because we talked about this with Valhalla. Valhalla is a 2020 game, you know?
Yeah.
So finish it when you finish it. Same with me. I'll get to it.
Yep.
Strikers, I feel like I have the rest of the year to play it because, like, what's a good example? Resident Evil. That's not going to take 25, 30 hours. You know?
15
how
at
long was
best.
7? Like, initially.
No, it wasn't that long.
15-ish?
No,
15
I don't
at-
even think it was that long.
No, I would say a max you're gonna get out of Resident Evil is probably 15.
Max, yeah.
So we're going to we may get to the point where the reality of pandemic development slows the second half of this year, and I will maybe be happy that I have Strikers left to finish.
We lost another May game this week. We lost Deathloop.
That's right.
That got delayed?
That got delayed till September, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which, if you remember, originally that was supposed to be a launch game for the PS5.
Yeah, and it's going to get pushed a year back. I mean, looking at that game, it looked almost done. You know,
it's hard.
It's hard to tell. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it maybe
Who knows
stuff
how
just.
It played?
I think there's probably a lot of games suffering from I don't want to be the next Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Not only that, but how many PlayStation 5s are actually in homes right now?
More than we think. I saw a stat this week that it's already sold more than the Wii U. Which look at the short amount of time. Well, it's the Wii U, I know, but it is. I mean, the fact that it has already sold more than an entire product's life cycle in 3 months, or not 3 months. It's been how long has it's been 6 now, right?
And you still can't buy them.
And you still can't find one, right? Yeah, you still can't find an Xbox. You still can't find a PlayStation.
You can get a Series S if you want one.
Yeah, but nobody wants that.
Nobody wants one.
Don't do that. If you're thinking about doing that, don't.
Well, I think at this point though, you can't buy an Xbox One, right? Like you can't go and buy a retail Xbox One anymore.
Yeah, everything's sold out. PS4s, Xbox Ones, everything.
Right.
Because everybody's inside with nothing to do.
Graphics cards.
Seriously, yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
I think, but I don't think the SKU is even being produced anymore.
There are certain
PS4.
ones that are and certain ones that are not. And I
Okay.
can't remember which ones are which. I'd have to look.
Hmm.
I know there's only one Xbox One still being made.
Right. The One X is definitely not still
Yeah.
being made.
Yeah.
I don't know if the S.
I think it's the S is still being made.
That makes some sense, but
yeah.
Yeah, they would support the S for at least 2 years, I bet. Maybe not. I mean, unless E3 time came and they redid a lower tier system somehow.
I guess the only thing is though, I mean, if you're going to buy a 1S 500 gig for $200, spend the extra 50 or is it 50 or 100 for a Xbox
I think it's
Series
100.
S?
I think
It's 300?
I think they're 300.
I don't know why I was
300 and
thinking
500.
Yeah, I mean, just spend the extra 100 at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Well,
buy
unless you can find one.
Right, I guess, yeah. It sounds like you might actually be able to find a Series S before you could find a 1S anymore.
Yeah.
And I know the local video game stores are having a hard time keeping those in stock, like systems. Like they're begging for systems.
I was in there, was that last week or 2 weeks ago, and it looked like they were having trouble keeping anything in stock. Their shelves are barren right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And it's not like that store had a bunch of hidden gem games in it or anything.
No, it never did. So I mean, it was like, hey, there's 400 copies of Madden 12, but yeah, they don't.
Oh
have
look,
anything
7 copies of Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Oh, they did have a ton of copies of Cyberpunk.
Go figure.
Yeah, you can't give away Cyberpunk at this point.
Yeah.
I should have known there was an issue with that game when pre-release they had already knocked $10 off the retail price. Like I bought mine for $50, and
I think I might have too.
I'm glad I never it wasn't like, hey, I'll buy the collector's edition of this. I think the collector's edition of it is now under 100.
I got Persona 5 Strikers at Target for 40
Nice.
Today?
a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
No.
okay. They were,
A week ago.
okay.
Something
Yeah,
like
they were
that.
doing 10% off on video games this week. So, which I mean is basically nothing unless you're buying a Nintendo game.
It was a flat discount. It was $1
Mm-hmm.
off discount because I sent it back and then went in there and I didn't even know that. I was surprised Target carried it. Honestly,
Yeah. Target, your source for Japanese video games.
Yeah, for Atlas games.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I think Persona has reached an echelon of major retailers now. I would say.
Yeah.
I mean,
Their video game buyer has heard of it, so maybe that's
I don't think you could buy Catherine.
right. Or we'll see when the new Shin Megami Tensei game comes out. Is that on Target shelves? That would be interesting.
That probably wouldn't be. And Catherine's probably not there because of the sexual
Yeah.
nature of that game.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some.
That was also when Catherine came out. That was also a time when there weren't 1,000 games releasing every week. So maybe it was. I don't know. I don't remember.
Really sure. So I think are we done with video games?
Anything else for you? I'm playing my standard stuff.
Yeah, we're all done with video games. No more.
God, I'm more done with figuring out screen recording devices and everything else now that we've had that issue.
Your first live studio recording. Look at this. You're done.
I'm just done after today.
Yeah.
No, I'm not done. No, we're not. We'll see. Hopefully this
Video
survives.
games. They're right there.
Video games. But you know what else is fun? TV.
Oh, I do
TV's
this.
pretty
I do
good.
this same thing every week when
What?
I totally forget to like remember what TV I watched.
Oh, I know what TV I watched this week.
What'd you watch?
I watched Invincible.
Oh, I watched that as well.
And god damn,
Show's
is
good.
that show good.
Show's really good.
Wow. Holy shit, that was an episode this week.
What episode? How many episodes in the first season are available?
5.
5 out of, I believe, 8.
8.
8.
Yes.
Okay.
And
2 a week.
1
1 a
week.
1 a week.
They did
Yeah, they started with 3 and then 1
4
week.
and then
One.
1 a week after that.
Okay.
Oh, I needed I needed a cigarette after that.
Yeah.
That was an episode.
They did the thing again where it goes to credits and then there's an after credit scene and then it's just like, oh, that's where we're going with this.
Because even at that that credit scene, there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
And that was an episode. And my whole goal of that, my girls spent the night at a friend's house, and so I got up Saturday morning and was like, I'm going to do a little bit of folding laundry while this is on. I sat there with the laundry on the floor in front of me and never touched a piece of clothing and just was glued to the TV for 40 minutes. That's how good of an episode that was.
Yeah. That show's way, way better than I expected it to be.
And yeah, I mean, better than expected and just damn good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I will watch that show.
Yeah, this is
I will.
this is a must watch, I think. If this I can't, when we get to that end of the quarter, here's what's going to be. I can't imagine it's anything else right now.
If there's something else that surpasses it, it's got to be damn good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is impressive.
Yeah.
Really impressive.
I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna watch it, catch up and then watch the weeklies, or just wait till all 8 are out and just binge through it.
I think that the way they have done this with the teases at the end, I think that makes it a good weekly show.
Okay.
That's all. That would be my only thought. Because otherwise you're going to get this tease and then you're going to go right into the next episode.
Okay.
That would be... If they didn't do the tease thing, I would say, yeah, you're fine to binge it.
Okay.
But the tease thing really kind of makes it worthwhile.
Okay. I'll definitely watch it. It's on the short list.
Yeah. It's real good.
What else did you guys watch?
I don't know, did you watch anything else cool?
The only other new thing besides the shows that are just on all the time,
Right, yeah.
is a show called, make sure I get the title right.
Okay.
Everything's Gonna Be Okay.
Wasn't...
So they're in season 2 now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I was
yeah.
like, wasn't this a show already?
Yeah, so this show is a 20-something-year-old gay guy who gets called to his his mom, or I don't remember if it was his mom or his dad. I think it was his dad. Yeah, it was his dad. His dad is dying, and he wants the son to take responsibility for his 2 half sisters. One of them is autistic, and it's a lot about the dynamic between this like 20-year-old dude and 2 young girls that he's supposed to be taking care of. So like he's not mature, he's not able to take care of teenage problems as this 20-something-year-old, and also the extra wrinkle of one of them's autistic. And it actually, like, the way they handle the autism is really, really interesting, because they have an autistic actress playing her.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So she does a really, really good job of and they do a really good job in the writing of putting her in situations where it shows how she reacts to things that you wouldn't necessarily think about. This season opens up with her being in a relationship with another autistic girl.
Okay.
So she's trying to figure out at the beginning of this if she's a lesbian or not. So a lot of it is like they find her search history on the computer as like, how do you know if you're a lesbian? Stuff like that. That's like, people that are not autistic might not think that way. It does a really good job of exploring that stuff. I really like the show a lot. I don't know if I'd recommend it to anyone, but I think for a particular group of people, I would probably recommend this too. It's emotional in a good way, and just having like the dynamic between these three people that are closer in age than they probably should be with their roles is really interesting.
What network?
I think it's on Freeform.
Freeform.
I thought it was on Netflix.
No. Well, I think the first season might be on Netflix.
Oh.
But Freeform was formerly the ABC
ABC
Family.
yeah.
I think it's on that.
And it used to be the Family Channel,
Yeah.
where you used to be able to watch, what was it, Club 21 or the 700 Club
700 Club.
with televangelist Pat Robertson.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I also caught up on the 700 Club this week.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. All right. I'm
Logan's about to go to a place that
Nope.
will get us taken off of the internet.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think that's the only thing new that I watched this week. Top Chef was really good. I've not watched this week's Bird Girl yet because it was just last night.
Oh, I need to. Is that on our master list?
Maybe.
No,
Oh,
I just while we were just sitting here, it reminded me. I pull up my IMDb history because usually that's how I know what I watched.
Okay.
That's but no, I just added Bird Girl to my library. So
I need to add that too.
yeah,
my
I
DVR.
realized I just need to do that. Yeah, same for me. I've been trying to catch up more on Last Chance U. So I'm another episode deeper into that. Watched a couple more Schitt's Creek, so I'm almost through season 3.
I finished that last night.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. The last
The
episode of
finale
that
is amazing.
it is. You're like, oh yeah, no, everybody deserves an award.
Yeah. Okay.
It's so. I mean, it's you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry. The major joke from that episode is maybe one of the funniest bits I have ever seen on a comedy. It's so funny. And yet it's like you're attached to these characters and you're sad that the show is ending, and yet there's this hilarious thing that happens, and sometimes those don't play well off of each other. Something could be so funny, and then you return to the main plot and it's like unaffecting. This show somehow does both.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, I'm glad you're still watching that. What season?
Like 3.5, probably.
Halfway there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I want to ask you, what was the last thing that happened? You have any idea?
The last episode, I think that I remember, at least it might be one after this or so, was why can't I think of them? Eugene Levy's character. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name? Blah blah. Oh my gosh.
It's everybody calls him Mr. Rose. It's not
Yeah.
David because David's the main character.
David's yeah.
Yeah, what is his actual name? I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
either.
Either way, he's now working at the hotel,
Okay.
and the accountant conference came into town, and he started letting them rent all the rooms by Johnny Rose.
Johnny
yeah.
Rose. Thank you. Sorry.
And he started letting everybody rent the rooms not overnight, just by the hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's so funny.
Mm.
That's good. Yeah. He's a treasure.
Mm.
He really is. Did you know that both of his kids are on that show?
Who's his other kid?
His daughter is Twyla.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Twyla
Twyla was.
Twyla is Eugene.
I had no
there you
idea.
go. Yeah, Twyla is Eugene Levy's daughter. Yeah,
I did not
different
know that.
different mothers.
Okay, that
Interesting.
would make sense because my God, David and him look exactly
They
alike.
do, yeah. And Twyla looks like their mom. Yeah.
Oh,
but
okay.
she's also his kid. So I love
Interesting.
that show. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then Falcon and the Winter Soldier this week. It was an episode that ended really good, but
Yeah, I heard. I was seeing Twitter saying like it was the best episode yet. And I'm like, really? Do I need to get back?
Was
in?
this the
I'm
one you
like,
put on?
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course. Of course.
it's good. I would say the first 30 minutes of it are kind of slow, but
Okay.
man, that last 15 hit. Like it's good.
I think I might just get a recap from you when it's all over, just so I'm aware of the Marvel implications going forward.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm
That's
just
a good
trying to
plan.
think of like if you're. I mean, we're down to I think 2 episodes to go, so it's I don't know if it's really that much of an investment. I guess
That's
either. So
true.
maybe I can at
Yeah.
least tell you like, yeah, it's worth the investment for the payoff or not. So I
Yeah.
can give you that once it's over with. But yeah, solid ending to this week's episode that was really good. But yeah, otherwise 30 minutes of kind of boring stuff.
Got it.
I can't believe I'm about to ask this question, and it
Mhm.
may be tangential, so I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
When do you think that they'll reset that universe?
Oh gosh.
Because eventually they will have to go back to the well.
When they stop making money.
I would say we're probably another 6 or 7 years out because
At least.
I think they're expanding enough right now, and they know they've got their cash cow right now still. But at some point in time, you're gonna have to bring back Iron Man and Captain America.
Right. Eventually.
And those are the two that you just can't really continue without. But I think they're going to bring in the X-Men again, and they're going to reboot the X-Men as part of this universe. So that has the potential to keep this going another 6 or 7 years. After that, I think it's done because you can't continue to have Tom Holland be Spider-Man. After I think he's got 1 or 2 movies left in him. Thor's got to be done. Guardians of the Galaxy is going to finish up their last one. I just don't see this real from a major motion picture standpoint. The major characters they have are pretty much about done. They've each got maybe 1 movie left in them, and then Chadwick Boseman dying was kind of a big problem for that whole thing. I mean, obviously not a something they can control, and the guy's a great guy and everything, but from a that story standpoint, they know they can't continue. It just doesn't.
Curious.
It just doesn't make sense for them. If they find a way to do it, it will probably be that they'll go a completely different direction, and his sister will take up the helm as the Black Panther, and they'll just have to have written him off as this crazy thing happened and he's no longer here, and because Disney has already said we're not CGIing him in. That's not going to be a thing we do.
And they shouldn't, because that never looks right.
They did a little bit of work with Carrie Fisher, because they had already shot a lot of that movie with Carrie Fisher, so they just really had a little bit left, but they did, because you saw the last one.
Yeah,
you probably didn't.
It was
did you?
super obvious.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
You probably
seen it.
yeah. I mean, you could tell the few scenes that they did CGI her in,
Okay.
but they did a good job of writing her out of that movie decently.
Or like on the
Quick.
Mandalorian, that
I do. You guys did show me that.
Which
And
but
that looks
was,
okay, but
yeah,
it's
could tell.
brief,
yeah.
and you can tell.
and the guy's still alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like that anymore.
No, he doesn't look like that anymore. But I mean, they've done
But
that
if they
kind of
wanted
stuff.
to actually use his body,
I mean, they did that stuff with what was that movie with De Niro and them a couple years ago, where they made him look younger. The movie they did on Netflix, like the big 4-hour long Irishman. Didn't they do that with like De Niro on there?
mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yep. It
and-
didn't look perfect, but it
Right.
looked okay.
But I mean, that's So I mean, there's the ability to do that, but
I mean, Joe Pesci calls him a kid in that movie. I love The Irishman. You guys know I do,
Yeah.
Mm.
but it's pretty silly. Hey, this is the kid. He's at least 40
Yeah.
with the graphics,
Right.
with the CGI.
Okay. Well, anything else for this week?
I continue to watch Mayans and really enjoy it.
Oh yeah, Lions.
I don't. I know I said it last week, but every episode I'm like, I didn't think that Kurt Sutter was the voice for this issue, and yet he's doing a pretty elegant job, and I'm just surprised because that's not what I come to the Sons of Anarchy universe for cultural sensitivity of any kind, and yet somehow he's done it.
Walking a line. That's
Yeah,
decent. Yeah.
it's like what it's like to be in Sao Paulo, Texas. Like, yeah, I can't believe it. They really have done a good job showing all sides of a really complicated issue in this like violent crime drama. It's pretty good. I'm surprised. it's up there with some of the later season Sons of Anarchy writing. And then I watched a few episodes of City on a Hill, the second season of the Kevin Bacon Showtime.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Damon, Ben Affleck produced. I think it's 1992 is the year of the second season is when it takes place. Has Kevin Bacon been a real scumbag in anything you guys have seen? Has he been a villain?
Yes.
What are you thinking of? What are you thinking of, a movie?
Yes.
He was the Invisible guy, right?
Yes.
He was bad in that.
Bad in that.
But he wasn't actually acting because he's invisible.
Yeah.
What else has he been an asshole in?
Congo.
Oh, I don't remember Congo.
I think he was in Congo. I think he was the bad guy in Congo.
Okay. He is a believable scumbag in this show. He's like, he plays a corrupt FBI agent in Boston. And he was like born to play this role.
Okay.
He's got a drug problem, drinking problem, an ethical problem. He's the worst. And the show has been reduced to the two main characters, basically. They use each other when they have to, and otherwise they're trying to destroy one another. And it's like, this for the tone of this show, it's perfect. Scumbags, Boston scumbags. I think of you, Caleb, sometimes when I'm watching it because there's absolutely no one to root for and everyone's atrocious. And it's like, I'm the certain kind of like premium television consumer.
This is for you.
Yes. Yeah. Like, I don't need to root for people, but I could totally see why, like, if you watched 3 episodes of the show and you were like, oh, these people are dreadful, you'd be like, I understand that. Yeah, absolutely.
He was the bad guy in X-Men First Class.
I'd forgotten that. First Class is good.
It was good. Obviously, if he wasn't that great in it, then
you just want him to OD on cocaine, have a heart attack, and die every time he's on the screen on City on a Hill. He's very good, but these people are just the worst. But that was it for me.
I'm just going through his IMDb list here. Mystic River. I don't remember.
He's a detective. He's a good guy in that.
Wild Things. The top tier movie with Matt Dillon.
I saw that once. Denise Richards, Wild Things, right?
Denise Richards, yeah.
Nev Campbell?
Right? Yes, Nev Campbell, yeah.
Wow.
The movie that everybody was like, why isn't Nev Campbell naked in this?
Yeah, well, she was going to do it. Patty of 5.
He was the voice of Balto in Balto.
I never saw Balto.
I don't think
Balto's the bad guy, right?
Of course.
Balto's a dog.
The worst dog.
Oh gosh, let's see. The Air Up There. I mean, of course he was the bad guy in that.
I'm trying to think of like anything that I know Kevin Bacon from.
Tremors.
You've not seen Mystic River?
I have seen Mystic River,
okay,
but I don't remember him specifically.
That's fine.
In that.
He and Lawrence Fishburne are really good in that movie. Everybody's good in that movie.
Yeah,
Footloose. I mean, come
Clint
on.
Eastwood.
No Footloose.
No,
I've never seen Footloose.
Okay.
All the way through. Rip Chris Penn.
What's like if you scroll all the way up to the top? What's it listed in the known for?
Oh, known for it. Also, by the way, I don't think he was in Congo. I don't know who was in Congo.
There you go.
Footloose.
Okay.
The Woodsman. Hollow Man, which was the Invisible
Hollow
Man movie, and Mystic River.
Okay. I've seen Mystic River, but that's the only one of those 4.
He was in The Following.
That show is awful. Oh my God, The Following was terrible.
Congo.
Now you're in the hole.
Tim Curry. Why did I get Tim Curry confused with
Curry?
Tim Curry's good. Like, Tim Curry's a good actor.
I could
Tim
see.
Curry is this the guy from Clue? Tim Curry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Rocky Horror
Just
Picture
making sure-
Show.
making sure I
Tim
knew
Clue.
what we're talking
I could
about.
see, although you could cast Kevin Bacon in Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I bet he would have done that well.
Yeah.
I bet he would have done okay.
Yeah.
To be honest, I bet he could have. Anyway, the point is I feel like Kevin Bacon was like, he doesn't have like a history of being like a real scumbag in any of these movies or shows, and he's just like, he's like Walter White on cocaine steroids. Like he's
season 5, Walter White.
Yeah, he's too much. Like coming in too hot.
Okay.
Way too hot. Like dropping dead people at doorsteps. Like just the worst kind of guy, manipulating people and just taking advantage of just terrible life ruiner, and really enjoys it. Like that's the part of that character, like bad but really enjoys being like a scumbag and at peace with being terrible. Those are the characters that haunt me on TV shows, is the people that have no guilt and are like they're at peace with being terrible people. Like that really bothers me for some reason. I'm like when I believe that performance, I'm like, do you have any like ethical at all?
Yeah.
Like you don't have any conscience? Like those are the performances that stick with me, which is probably why Breaking Bad's my favorite show ever. So, and then Shield #2. Yeah, those
There you
people.
go.
You
Same
like bad
way.
people.
Yeah,
That's why you hang
I'm
out
just
with
a
us.
big upper. Hey, Ted Lasso though.
Oh.
TV show of the year last year.
Ted Lasso.
But
Good
you also
guy.
like The Wire quite a bit too, huh?
Yes,
Yes.
I do.
Favorite character is Omar, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Love Omar. Hey, that dude has had a great career. I mean, great career. So
Who played Omar?
I can't remember his name. He's got a scar on his face.
Oh, guy from Lovecraft Country.
Yes.
Um,
Oh yeah, I've not actually seen The Wire, but I every time somebody talks about it, they just talk
That's
about what
Omar.
a huge scumbag Omar is.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
just figured.
They're all. I mean, that's another show though where everyone's pretty. I think that the police force in that show are trying to do the right thing, but they're always put in compromising
Yeah.
positions. And you saw The Deuce, so
Yeah.
you know how David Simons puts his characters in interesting situation where they have to make hard choices. He killed the shit out of that motherfucker. You know.
Yeah.
Michael K. Williams.
Thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
He was on. I mean, he went on to be on Boardwalk Empire. I mean, he's premium television king. That dude acts. He gets work often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's a good actor.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have our food challenge for next week. We're gonna get the cheesy gordita crunch.
Logan's favorite.
I gotta write that down.
My
so I don't
favorite.
forget. Cheesy gordita.
Cheesy
crunch.
gordita
Cheesy
crunch.
gordita.
Is there
crunch.
another type of gordita?
Yeah, you can get like a gordita supreme or like
So I
a
will have to write that down.
yeah
just so
cheesy gordita crunch.
Yeah, don't do what I did. Sorry. Get the right thing. My bad.
Well, you got to double up this week then as punishment.
That's fine.
no.
And we did confirm
joking.
because we lost it on the recording earlier that the NBA Dynasty Oreos are in fact double stuffed.
No. I don't think we established this.
Do I need to
It's
go?
not- There's no video recording of this,
God
so
damn it.
obviously.
No. Getting up.
Look what you did. Look what you've done.
Come on, corrupt again, please.
Yeah. I don't care. Die. Break.
Thickness of the Oreo.
You know what the worst part is? Now Logan's gonna eat 2 Oreos.
2 of them. Gotta eat them both. Look at that ring light just illuminate his face as he
Yeah.
chews.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night for the Rockin' Podcast. It's really no clue.